The bus roared down the highway, wind whipping past the windows. Inside, Arlo grinned, holding a toolbox in one hand and a blueprint in the other. Across from him sat Luna, her eyes narrowed playfully. "A secret room under a bus seat?" she chuckled. "While it's moving at 90 miles an hour? You're on, Arlo. But if I find you before midnight, I win the $1,000. Arlo winked, fully aware of the craziness of the challenge. But he loved crazy, loved building things, pushing the limits. This challenge combined both. Plus, $1,000 was a lot of popcorn money. He glanced at his watch. The 24-hour countdown had begun. Luna leaned back, a mischievous glint in her eye. She pulled out a bag of popcorn, the aroma filling the bus. "Don't mind if I snack while you work," she teased, tossing a piece into the air and catching it in her mouth. Arlo chuckled, appreciating Luna's competitive spirit. This was going to be fun. The bus rumbled on, city lights flashing by the windows. Inside, a challenge was underway, a race against time and a test of ingenuity. The first rule of building a secret room on a moving bus: don't get motion sickness. Arlo chuckled to himself, his stomach doing a slight flip as the bus swerved around a corner. He clung to the underside of the seat, his tools laid out carefully beside him. His fingers moved with practiced ease, assembling lightweight metal frames and soundproof panels. He worked quickly, his movements precise. Every bump in the road was a mini earthquake in his tiny workspace. He used special suction clamps to secure the structure to the bus floor, ensuring it wouldn't budge even on the bumpiest rides. The hum of the engine became his soundtrack, the rhythmic sway of the bus his metronome. He installed a hidden entrance, a cleverly disguised panel that blended seamlessly with the seat's upholstery. Inside, the space was small but cosy. He lined the walls with soft LED-lit cushions, perfect for lounging. He even rigged up a mini ventilation system, complete with an air freshener that smelled like freshly baked cookies. He smiled, proud of his handiwork. It was more than a hideout, it was an escape pod, a tiny haven in the midst of the city's chaos. And it was all his. Well, at least for the next 23 hours, if he had anything to say about it. The challenge had just begun. The sun began to set, casting long shadows across the city. The bus continued its endless loop, its passengers oblivious to the secret world being built beneath them. Arlo, his face smudged with grease and a triumphant gleam in his eye, put the finishing touches on his masterpiece. He stepped inside, pulling the hidden panel shut behind him. The world outside faded away, replaced by the soft glow of the LED lights. He sank onto the cushions, a sigh of contentment escaping his lips. He had done it. He had built a fully functioning secret room under a bus seat, all while the bus sped through the city. He pulled out his phone, connecting to the hidden Wi-Fi he had cleverly routed from the bus's system. Time for a well-deserved break. He scrolled through his favorite music app, selecting a playlist of upbeat tunes. He closed his eyes, letting the music wash over him as he pictured Luna's face when she discovered his accomplishment. He chuckled. She wouldn't find him, not a chance. He reached for a bag of popcorn he had stashed earlier, the buttery scent making his mouth water. He munched happily, enjoying the peace and quiet of his secret haven. The gentle hum of the ventilation system was the only sound, a comforting lullaby in his cozy cocoon. He was ready for Luna. Bring on the hide and seek. Hours ticked by. The city outside the window transformed into a kaleidoscope of nighttime lights. Arlo, curled up in his haven, played mobile games, his phone screen illuminating his face in the dimly lit space. Every now and then, he'd hear Luna moving around on the bus, her footsteps a soft thud on the floor above. He'd hold his breath, listening intently, his heart pounding with a mixture of excitement and apprehension. Would she discover his hideout? He had chosen his spot well, hidden in plain sight amongst the other seats. But Luna was clever, her sharp eyes missing nothing. He had to stay vigilant. To pass the time, he started playing a game of his own. He imagined he was a secret agent, his hideout a high-tech escape pod. He practiced his best spy moves, slipping in and out of his hidden door, his movements fluid and silent. He even rigged up a makeshift periscope using an old cardboard tube and a couple of mirrors, giggling at his reflection. He knew Luna was probably doing the same, using her own imagination to turn the bus into a giant game board. The thought brought a smile to his face. That's what made their friendship so special, their shared love for the absurd, the thrill of the unexpected. The first rays of dawn peeked through the bus windows, signalling the end of their 24-hour bet. Arlo, feeling a mix of relief and disappointment, emerged from his hideout. He stretched, his joints stiff from being cramped up for so long. He looked around for Luna, a wide grin spreading across his face. He found her asleep, her head resting against the window, a half-eaten bag of popcorn on her lap. He chuckled. She had searched all night, her determination never waning. He gently woke her up. "Good morning, sleepyhead," he said, his voice thick with amusement. Luna's eyes fluttered open, her gaze unfocused at first. Then recognition dawned on her face, followed by a groan. "I can't believe it, you won," she exclaimed, playfully punching his arm. "You hid so well. I searched every nook and cranny of this bus." He led her to his hidden haven, a proud grin on his face. He pulled open the secret panel, revealing the cozy space within. Luna's jaw dropped. "Wow," she breathed, stepping inside. "This is incredible, Arlo. You're a genius." He laughed, his heart swelling with pride. He had done it. He had won the bet, but more importantly, he had created something truly unique. A testament to his imagination and skill.